There's absolutely no reason that you should not be investing in 2026. There's no reason that you should not be building your wealth some kind of way in 2026. There's no reason that you should have been investing through the last 10, 20, probably 20 years. And to be honest, it's because access has never been easier. You can figure out how to invest. You can figure out what to invest in. You can figure out where to put your money. You can figure out where to save your money just by doing a quick internet research. There's YouTube, there's Google, there's podcasts, there's books. There's so much information out there. There's articles online, endless articles online on how to invest, where to invest your money, how to build wealth, how to find a job, how to create a resume, how to, just bring more income into your life so that you can invest your money. There's absolutely no excuse on why you cannot do these things. Literally right now, you can go on ChatGPT and type how to invest your money, and you will get a whole dissertation, a whole report on how to do it, where to do it, and how much you should be investing at your age. So I just don't understand when people say, I want to invest, but I don't know how to invest, or I don't understand it. Not understanding how to invest is no longer an excuse, especially in this modern age where we have technology at the tip of our fingers. I can literally type in YouTube, how to invest into Fidelity. One of my first videos on this channel is me walking through how to invest in a Fidelity account, what to type, what to put in, how to trade. And it's super easy, and Fidelity makes it easy. They even tell you how to do it. So when people say, I don't know how to invest, or I'm scared of investing, that's also something as well. People are scared of investing, which we'll talk about later in the video, but there's so much resources at the tip of your fingers that if you're not investing now, then you just don't want to. People really think that investing is this super complicated thing. They can't figure out how to add money to the account or connect their bank account. It is so simple, and these platforms will walk you through it. I'm gonna tell you this, I wanted to invest into Vanguard, when I was in college, the early days of college, but it was confusing. I opened up the app and I didn't know where to put my money. I didn't know what to put it in. I didn't even know what I was looking at. So I just closed it. I was like, I'll do this another time because I don't want to even figure it out. But even back then, this was like 2017. If I really wanted to invest, if I wanted to get this information, I could have asked somebody. I could have still did a Google search, went on YouTube. I wasn't interested back then. And then a few years ago, I learned about investing even more and the possibility of financial freedom when I go older. And I don't want to be 60 years old and still having to work, or 70-year-old and still having to work and not having anything to my name, not having any money to my name, and having to rely on other people to help me out. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to make sure that I am financially free. The only person that's going to take care of your future self is your current self. So if you're able to put money aside while you're young and do your research so you can learn how to actually do it in a proper way, it will benefit you tremendously. I mean, the benefits of investing it's crazy. It gives you time. It gives you the money so that you can leave your 9-to-5 eventually. And depending how much you invest, you can leave it even earlier than you ever thought. It gives you options, saying you don't have to stay at the job that you don't like. You don't have to stay at this job that you hate. If you invest properly, consistently, and make sure that your contributions are automated and that money is automatically invested, that is truly the key to wealth. Making sure that your contributions are automated. And that's where it gets easy. All you have to do is figure out what stocks or what index funds, what ETFs to put your money in, and automate that every single month. Make sure that account is always funded with money. You have money that is consistently going into your investments. When you automate things, it makes things so much easier. It takes the thinking out of it. Your dollar cost averaging into the market. You're buying no matter what's happening because you're investing at a young age. You're 20, 30, even 40 years old, you're still young. So just set up automatic investments. If you don't know how to do that, then look it up. Search it up on YouTube. I have videos, people have videos, endless people have videos. There's articles, there's books. Like I said before, there's so many things that you can do to learn how to invest. If you're not automating your money, or you don't know how to automate your money, then you just don't want to do it. Crazy thing is that historically the market has given a return of between 7 to 10%. That means that your money can double about every 7 years. And if you have even better years than 7 to 10%, then your money can double even faster. So invest as much money as possible, especially if you're starting out young. There is no excuse for you not to be investing, especially in today's environment. And you need to address the fear. If you have a fear of investing, you need to address it. And look at it this way. I'd be scared if I wasn't investing. I mean, if I wasn't investing, who's going to take care of me? I got to take care of myself. And the best way for me to do that is to have my money, my finances, is to have all those things in order. So if I wasn't investing today, I'd be terrified. Because when I turn 60 or whenever you're able to take Social Security, that's all I would have. And people are living off that today. There's about 21 million people living solely, like their main income, their main source of income is Social Security. That is insane. And they can't be making more than $2,000 a month. And we know how expensive it is to live out here today. 21 million people are living off Social Security. And I don't want that to be you. I want you to have your Social Security to the side, but you also got $1 million or 1.5 million, maybe even $2 million in investments. You got your pension going for you. Maybe your house is paid off, or if you just want to rent, you're renting. But we cannot be scared to invest. The scary thing is not investing. I'm telling you, that's terrifying to me. I cannot imagine if I didn't have money in my investments. You know, if I didn't have money that's automatically being invested into my future, because my future matters. Your future matters, and you want to be prepared for when you're able to retire so you can have money in your accounts. I just think it would be so scary for me if I'm working at 70 years old. I could barely walk, and you know, I have to literally continually put in 40 hours a week for the rest of my life. You start at 20 years old, you graduate college, you graduate high school, whatever, 20 years old, 30, that's 10 years, 40, 50, 60, 70. We're talking, if you don't put money aside for your future, you'll be working 40-hour weeks for 50 years. I mean, we're trying to cut that down to 25 years. We started working at 24, 34, 44. We're trying to retire at 50. So we're talking about 25 years. We spend a quarter of our life in school, quarter of our life working, and then the rest of life we're retired. We're just doing whatever we want to do. We're traveling, we're doing whatever we want to do, and hopefully we could do it sooner than later, because people die at 70, 75, 80. You turn 50, you only have about 25 more years left. Your life is almost broke down into quarters. You know, you get, like I said, go to school, work, and then you got retirement. Fear should be one of the last reasons that's stopping you from investing, because there's 1,000 things out there that's scarier than investing. It's not gambling. As long as you're putting your money into solid funds, into the S&P 500, I mean, VOO, FXAIX, you can't go wrong. And invest as much money as you can. Open up a Roth IRA, invest to your 401k. And when you're investing to your 401k, make sure that you're investing to a fund that closely matches the S&P 500. Make sure it's a fund that grows at 7 to 10% a year, and you cannot go wrong, especially if you're doing that over a long period of time. And kill the excuses. You don't need a lot of money to invest. You don't need to have your own house to invest. Just invest something over a long period of time, whether that's $50, $100, $1,000. Invest something over a long period of time, because consistency will win every single time. If you start investing $50 from a young age, your accounts will grow tremendously. If you invested literally $500, that's a car payment, that may be you going out monthly spending on groceries. That might be you know, foregoing a car payment. There are Amazon deliveries. I'm looking at Amazon box right now, $500 a month. If you invested that over 40 years, you have almost $2 million in your account. And that's at an 8% rate of return. Now, like I said before, the market gives a return of between 7 to 10%. So at a 10% rate of return, you're well over $2 million just by investing $500 a month. The earlier you start, your account just starts building off this compound interest. And it's a great thing. Like, I'm so happy I started early. And even then, I wish I would have started earlier. When I first opened that Vanguard account in college, I wish I would have just actually did my research and learned how to actually invest something into it. And my accounts would have been probably a little bit more than where they are now. But the key here is to just start somewhere. Just begin investing into your future. Like I said, 50, 100, and slowly increase as you go. Slowly increase by percentage, by dollar amount, whatever you want to do, but try to increase your investments every single year so you can avoid lifestyle inflation. When you start making a lot of more money, you're going to want to spend more money. The best way to avoid lifestyle inflation, if you get a 1% raise, add 1% to your 401k. If you get a 5 or a 10% raise, maybe you add 5% to your 401k and keep 5% for your lifestyle. It's all up to you. But if you want to really focus on your future, if you're serious about your finances, then you're not going to fall victim to lifestyle inflation. Maybe we have a little bit, we got this new nice car, but I've talked about this in previous videos. We're still investing in hitting our marks. And yes, this was an expensive car, and it is going to cost us over the totality of the years. Over the years, it's going to cost us a lot of money, because if we would have invested this into the market, I think I calculated it, it could have been like $300,000 invested over 20 years just by putting the money that we put into this car into the stock market. But that is the loss that we accepted. And we said, hey, we're still investing into our future. We have the money to afford this vehicle and put it on a 3-year loan term, which is what we like. So we can get it out the way, get it paid off. It's almost paid off. It's halfway paid off. And I'll be posting a video about that soon, about how we are paying this car off within a freaking year. So that should be a good video. Don't let fear stop you from bettering your future. So you have a decision to make. And this is hopefully a video that will get you to make that decision. And it's to start investing. Don't let all these factors affect you. Don't let the fear affect you, lack of education affect you, because all the resources are there. The resources to deal with your fear is there. And you don't have to be super rich to start investing. Like I said before, $50, $100, just start putting something into the market and you'll see the momentum. You'll see the compound interest begin to work in your favor. You're not going to see it when you first start out. You know, a lot of it's going to be your contributions, but as your accounts start to grow, to get to that $50, $100, $200,000, that compound interest is going to start kicking, and it's going to start just accelerating your wealth beyond your dreams. Decision is all yours. Your finances are personal to you. No one's going to tell you to invest. And I'm learning that today. No one cares about your finances. It doesn't matter what you do to your finances. No one cares, because they have so much more things to worry about in their personal life that they don't have time to be like, hey, are you investing? You know, how's your financial situation? No one is going to ask you these questions. It's up to you to decide if it's important to you and whether you want to improve your finances or not. So start small, be consistent, and don't be scared of investing. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If this video motivates you to start investing, leave a like and a comment down below. What kind of investments are you investing? Or talk about why you're not investing. Just leave some comments down below on this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.